Why is it that some people are living their dream life and are manifesting everything what they want in life with ease, while others are not living that great life and are also all the time miserable about all of it? Why do some people believe in the law of attraction and the manifestation, whereas some people do not believe in it? Why is there so much difference? Also, why is it that some people, in spite of doing all the steps, why are they not living the life of their manifestation while some are? Also, why is it that some people say that they manifest all that they want to manifest with ease, and others say that I'm doing the same steps, but I'm manifesting the exact opposite? Why is there a difference? So, to break that bubble or bust that bubble for you, I would like to say that each one of us receives manifestation depending on the level of vibration we are at the frequency where we are at. So, all of us are manifesting. Some of us are manifesting consciously, some of us are not manifesting consciously, which means they are manifesting the exact opposite of what they are thinking. And many people ask me, if thoughts become things, why doesn't it work for me? Because I'm constantly manifesting what I want, but I'm not getting the results. And they get so frustrated, and then they say things like, this law doesn't work, these are just gimmicks. Or some people even say that I hate the universe, I'm very angry with the universe. Now, why is all of this happening? It is simply because your vibration, your level of frequency, your belief system, your, whether you know it consciously or you do not know it, is always working. You see, the law of attraction and all the manifestation laws are working all the time. They are universal laws. They are just like the law of gravity. So, whether or not you are consciously believing or not believing, it is working for you. I know so many people whom I meet and they tell me that these things don't work. Or I had a client who came to me and said that, I was really doing a lot of affirmations and things were working out for me. But my husband doesn't believe in these things and he told me to stop doing that. And I'm living a very miserable life right now. Please help me. So, all these questions are going on, and she is giving more power to her husband because she believes that he knows more. Now, I'm going to come to each one of that in detail. And in this video, I'm going to break down that very principle of manifestation, where I'm going to talk about levels of manifestation, where you will understand which level you are in, or at least you will get an idea which level you are in. And based on that, what steps you could take to live your dream life. Hi, my name is Dr. Ashwini Chube. I'm a life transformation and a manifestation coach, an access consciousness bars facilitator, a NLP coach, and a teacher. And I have been working with people to make their life simple. And I give them tools to make their life simple. I'm in this field, working in this field since 2016, which means almost for the last 9 years. I've been a professional for 9 years, and I have been a student for the last 15 years or so. And I always say that I continue to be a student because learning never stops, and learning helps you grow. So let's look at the different levels of manifestation in today's video. So let us understand, what does it mean when we say that levels of manifestation. So first and foremost, understand that this video is not meant to put you high or low, below or backward, or someone has gone forward. No, we all are evolving at our own rates. Now, in the third dimension where we particularly live, and where people get very competitive and they believe in scarcity, they believe that someone has gone ahead of them and someone is still behind. I had a friend who very innocently said that, Ashwini, even I'm learning um, energy healing and all those techniques, and you went ahead in life, but I decided to also do these studies and I decided to at least reach where you are. She said in a very innocent manner, where she was learning another modality, which is pranic healing. And she said that, I feel that I don't want to be left behind from you. And I said, no, my dear, you are nowhere behind. You are not left behind. We all are evolving with our soul at our own rates, in our own speed. So this video is not meant to put you lower or below or ahead or behind of anyone. This video is just meant to give you guidance on where you are or where you could be on your journey of manifestation. And doesn't matter at which level you are always evolving at your own speed. I always say, just like flowers bloom in their own time, they don't compete with each other. They don't say that, oh, that flower is better than me, or this flower is worse than me, or am I pink in color and why that flower is yellow in color. Each one of us are unique, each one of us are different. And when you understand the beauty of your own evolution, you will never compare with anyone, you will never feel bad about anyone, you will never have envy or jealousy for anyone. So before we begin this video, I just want you to honor yourself where you are right now in life, and I also want you to understand that take your time, take your own speed. Also, when I talk about concepts like old soul and new soul, I'm not trying to say that old souls are superior and new souls are not. No, we all are evolving, right? When you are, say, in your final year of degree college, you are definitely, you have studied more than someone who is in the first standard, right? So I will be coming to a little bit of old soul and new soul, but here I do not mean to put anyone down or say that new souls are bad and old souls are good or vice versa. So please make sure that when you watch this video, you take what is applicable for you, and what doesn't apply, just gently release it in the universe. Also, at any point of time you feel that if you don't resonate with this, you feel free to stop watching this video. But this video is for all the believers, it's not for the skeptics, it's for the believers, so that they can believe more if they are feeling, say, disheartened in life, or they are feeling that things are not going very well. This is a great video to watch for. So let us begin with what are the levels of manifestation. And when I am saying that what are the levels of manifestation, I'm going to quickly start with something called as, these are all types of people in this world, and every person is behaving and believing as per their where they are in life. So let us start with the first basic level. So here is a pyramid, a prism, or I would even say a triangle. And if you see, there are 6 different levels. We begin with not aware, then aware but does not believe, then curious, then student, seeker, expert, and finally the living master. So these are the 6 levels of manifestation. By the end of this video, you will know which level you are at. So let's first begin with the not aware level. So I'm going to just quickly brief you on all the levels, and then we will go much in detail. The first level is not aware. These are the people who are not even aware of anything like this. They are probably living their life feeling that they are on an autopilot. They have no control over their thoughts, and life is happening because they are destined to suffer, or external factors are making them suffer or believe, or not at all. So they are not even aware of anything called as the law of attraction, manifestation, or any of the mind training techniques. At the second level, there are people who are aware but do not believe. Now, this is a very tricky place to be, because some people will say that, oh, I heard about this law, but I don't believe in these rubbish things. They are just mumbo jumbo. They are just gimmicks to make money. And some people will choose to stay in this level, and they will not evolve beyond this level until something will happen and they will have their own realizations. And I often believe this is because they have not yet reached the time where they are yet to believe, and then the rest of levels will start working for you. But some of us will directly go from not aware to the curious levels, which means for a very little time we will be in the aware but do not believe. But most of us will jump this level, and for a moment they will not believe, but they will start believing and they will start getting results, where they go to the next level where they are curious, where they'll start reading and all about it. The next level is student and seeker, where you are actually seeking, you are learning, you have connected to a mentor, you are studying, you are trying to understand the law in detail. The next level is expert, where you have studied this law, you have probably studied every possible book, did every possible course, you have connected to the mentors, and now you are an expert. You're probably teaching, or you're probably sharing it with everyone. And also you are living a lot of manifestations, but some manifestations are still to happen. And the final level is living master. Now these are probably the people who are living in the highest state of consciousness. They are masters, they are teachers, and they are also living the law, and they are walking the talk. They are there, out there, and They are doing everything. So I will explain each and every of this level. So first go through this pyramid. Let us first begin with the first level where you are not aware. Now, these are most of the people who are spending their life so much in misery. They are feeling so bad about what is going on. They are frustrated. They are irritated. They are they are very angry with life. They are very much sad about life and they are feeling stuck. I know so many people. When I am on these social media groups and forums, I feel there are so many people who are exactly at this level. They are so frustrated, they are so sad, they are suffering. And if you are here, all my love and light to you. And I hope you watch this video and you come across something like this where you feel that you are not as stuck as you are. But this is the level of victim consciousness. Here you are blaming others. Here you are blaming your luck. You are blaming the people around you. Probably you are blaming your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your boss. You are blaming how difficult life has been, and you are just cribbing. You are so much lost in that world where you are feeling absolutely hopeless, and every day it's very difficult for you to wake up to. If you are a part of my community, you are definitely not here, but this is for someone who could be watching my video for the first time and who would be feeling that, oh wow, I thought that's the only way. That there are more ways, and there is something called as manifestation. I will be very glad if you are someone like that and this video helps you. So these are the people who are not at all aware of anything. They have not yet reached that vibration where they are able to attract all the magical tools. And if you are someone like this, watch this video till the end, because we will be sharing about how amazing it is that you can change your life just by changing your thoughts. The next level. So let's go to the next level. Now, there are people who are still in this. So they have probably found this law of attraction. They have read the books about it. They have been watching videos, but they are still not able to break through those limits, right? And they are still in the process of understanding the law. But here, a lot of people will not understand the law. The second level is a very tricky level because people will be aware, but they will not make the choice to go further and be curious. So some people stay stuck in the second level, which is aware but do not believe, and they just say this. So, in the introduction, I told you about a client of mine who said that her husband doesn't believe in these things, and hence he gets very angry when she does affirmations or when she does visualizations. And she believes that her husband is the ultimate power in the universe, and she feels that if he doesn't like, she is not going to do this, rather than sitting and talking to him about it. And he doesn't understand. Now what is happening here is, I always try to tell this, her husband is probably a new soul. Now new soul, are people who do not believe in the magic of the universe because they are here at a human existence in a very initial stage. I call them students of kindergarten or first standard. Now, the students of kindergarten and first standard do not have knowledge about a lot of things, and hence their world is limited to that box. So, for them, if you try to explain them complex concepts of science or complex concepts of language or complex concepts of, say, history or geography, they will not understand because they are still in that stage where they are still learning basic things in life, like playing, getting up, table manners, or whatever we learn in kindergarten, or they are still learning the ABCD. So you can't introduce these concepts to them. So imagine a student who is studying for CA, or who is studying for engineering, or who is doing a PhD. Imagine they taking advice from someone in kindergarten or first standard, right? About studies. How will it work? So now this is just a metaphor. That doesn't mean that we are underestimating kids. Here we are talking about the level of education, because I'm also aware that sometimes kids have a lot of intuitive capacities. We are not talking about them. We are talking about studies. So imagine someone who is studying ABCD and they try to advise you. This is exactly what happens. So people who are aware but do not believe, these are comparatively new souls. They are very new as compared to someone who has taken 1,000 births. And people who have taken 1,000 births are acquainted with these laws because they have used it in the past lives, and they are aware of this. So people who do not believe are new souls. So please, let's say that if someone is opposing you and telling you that these things do not work, these things are only money making gimmicks, please don't fight with them. Instead, show them compassion. In your mind, say that, I know you are a new soul. Say that in your mind. Don't tell them on the face that they are new souls, because these people are the ones who are very egocentric. They will immediately feel offended if you say things like these to them. Say that it's okay if you don't believe. I respect that. I respect your opinion. And I would just ask, I would simply say that I understand where you are. Let us agree to disagree. And from there, you can just change the topic or not talk about these to them. These are the people who have not yet reached that level of energetic vibration where they will understand or experience those magical moments. So they are not aware of the different, the science behind manifestation. They have not studied it enough to know. Now, for example, I do not know something about a particular topic. Say for instance, I do not know something about how the electricity comes to my house, right? Because definitely someone who has done a degree in engineering or who has a master's in that, they know how the electricity works. I do not know, but I still use the electricity. Right now, I'm using electricity on my laptop, with on my, when I'm shooting this video, when I'm using the tools of all the graphic tools, I'm using electricity with internet and with electricity itself. I'm using the tools, right? So I'm using it, but I'm not someone who will say that I don't believe in electricity just because I'm not studied them. So there is a difference between someone who is a skeptic versus someone who is curious. So in the second level, these are people, they will be aware of these tools, but they will not choose to use these tools. And I always tell such people, first try and only then comment. And if you don't want to try, if you don't want to go there, it's okay. Let us agree to disagree. I use these words. And after this level, you go to the next level, which is curious. Now, like I said, many people are still stuck in the second level because they will be aware of these things, but they will not believe. And probably their lives will not change. So let's not force them to do anything. But most of us, if you're watching this video, you are either someone who is at the bottom, which is not aware, and from that you are in the aware but do not believe for a very short period of time, and then you directly jump to what I call as curious. Now this is a great place to be, because this is where you have chosen something bigger. Here you have said that I'm just fed up of what's happening in life and things not working out for me, and I want to know more about these laws. I want to learn more about how things work. I want to learn more about so many things. And here are the people who just started reading about the law of attraction, the various manifestation tools. They probably read a few beautiful books like The Secret, which is, a wonderful book to start with. They have read a few books on how law of attraction works. They are just opening themselves up to this capacity. And let me tell you, if you are here, congratulations. It's a beautiful place and it's a beautiful choice you have made, because over the next few years, you will start seeing how your life will change. The next level is student and seeker. Now, here, this is the level where most of you are choosing, or rather, I would say most of us, because I feel I'm always a student, no matter how much expert I become and no matter how much teachings I do, but I'm still learning from every day. There is something new to learn. And one thing I realized is the more I study, there is always someone who knows more than me, and it keeps me humble. No matter how much I study, I feel wow. I meet different people and they know so much, and I feel wow. I was thinking I know everything, and there are people who know more than me, and there is so much to learn. So, the next place is where you are a student and a seeker. Here, you have probably started doing some kind of formal learning with the law of attraction. You started attending workshops, or you started having a coach or a mentor. You discuss about how you want to manifest your dream life, and that is exactly where your journey has officially begun in a very systematic way, because there is a difference between people who are curious and and someone who is a student and a seeker. And the difference is how much time, energy and money are you willing to allot yourself to making your life better, right? So a student and seeker, it's someone who is going to invest three things. So what are the three things? Time, which means they are going to say study for daily 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours with all these things. Secondly, they will be also involving, they will putting their energy, which means now I have notes, I have books after books, I have at least 20, 30, 40 books since 2012, since when I started studying about this beautiful subject. And I've kept all those books, and I There are days I just go back to what I learned right from the grassroots level to what I'm learning right now. So you're investing your time, you're investing your energy, and you're investing money. Now, why is investing money such an important thing? Because people say knowledge is noble. Why do you have to charge people for this? And I would simply say that the moment you invest your money, you seriously start understanding that you have committed to it. People who enroll for free courses or people who just watch free videos often want to make changes to their life, but they still are in the curious layer because they are not committing themselves to it. The moment you invest money, you start committing yourself to the study of making your life better. And when you are ready to spend that much money, I say that's an investment on myself. A very beautiful discussion I had with my financial advisor. So when I was talking to him about investing money, and I told him that I was in a job before, and and when I quit my job and when I started working towards this profession, I started investing all that money which I had earned from my job into studying this. And my financial advisor, a chartered accountant, typical, someone who is in the field of finance, he gave me such a beautiful thought. He said, Ashwini, if you invested that money in your own study or in studying for something better, that's the best investment you can make. And the second best investment is, of course, making investment in financial instruments and all. And it was such a wonderful thought which I heard from someone who comes from a financial field and who is so knowledgeable in his own field. So as a student and seeker, when you invest money, you are committing to yourself, you are investing in yourself, and you are telling the universe that I'm ready to explore even more and I'm ready to give my energy, my time, and my money to learn something better. So, a lot of people who take mentorships with coaches, or, I always say my clients who take paid coaching sessions with me, who are genuinely interested in making their life better, they are the students and seekers. And at some levels, they're also attaining the level of expertise. And you can be simultaneously in more than one level, and I will come to that in a bit. When you are learning courses, when you are continuously studying, you are applying techniques, you are using case studies, you have made this your way of life. You are in student and seeker. So most of my community, most of the people from my community who are probably watching this, if you're a part of the Unicorn University Forum or you are a part of the whole Unicorn community, you are year and upwards, you are definitely not below it. So student and seeker is a great place to be. And I would say that if you acknowledge that no matter, even if at some point of time you are a living master, but you still consider yourself as a student and seeker, you will have your feet on the ground and you will be open for more possibilities. Let's go to the next level. Now, this is the expert. Now, probably you are living the law. Probably when you get a negative thought in your head, you immediately start using the tools to go back to the state of feeling positive. You have learned so much or applied so much, you've manifested 80% of your dream life, but 20% of it has still not happened, but still you have manifested 80%. And at this moment, at this expert point, you're also spreading the knowledge. I get a lot of students who say that I'm learning this, Ashwini, but I don't want to be a professional coach or a teacher like you. I want to apply it for me. And I would say it's absolutely okay. And that's where we all begin. When I began this journey, I never thought I will be a teacher. I was an investment banker and I wanted more bonuses and I wanted better opportunities. That was the only reason I started learning. But eventually I realized that this was what my path was. Now, this is my path. I found what I call as my dharma. And probably being a coach or a speaker or a manifestation coach is not your dharma, it's absolutely okay. You can use it to get better in what I call as your dharma, which means you can say you are a chef, and I have a client who is a chef and she is using these tools to make sure that she reaches out to the right clientele, the right people order from her, and she doesn't intend to be a manifestation coach, and it's okay, she doesn't want to, but she is right now at an expert level where she's using the tools, and of course she's a student at the same time because she's also learning, but she is getting better and better in her everyday business. So if you are an expert, it doesn't mean you have to be a coach and speaker like me, but if you are an expert manifester, you can go to the level what I call as living master. Now, experts are also the people who are sharing the wisdom, and the wisdom will come naturally to you. Now, a lot of people also discover their ikigai or life purpose between the stage of the top three stages. That is where they discover what is their true ikigai or dharma, what we call in Sanskrit, and what is it that they will find in this world to be, what is the reason for existence. So the student and seeker level and then the expert level, these two levels will overlap a lot within each other, which means you can be a student and seeker and expert at the same field. The difference in the two is the expert is actually owning their life. So in the expert stage, even when things are going wrong, you don't blame the universe. Rather, you look into yourself and you feel that, okay, maybe I need to do something different. And at this stage, they will start again using the tools when they feel negative. Also, at the expert stage, we experience what we call as the surrender stage. This is where you trust the universe so much that no matter how difficult life gets you, you have absolute unwavering faith in the universe. I always give this example of when things did not work in my favor and I just trusted the universe, and then universe rewarded me with something 10 times bigger beyond what I thought was even possible for me to manifest. And when it happens, you are just blown away because you know that you have the blessings of the universe on your side. So the expert is someone who will trust that no matter what is happening, even when there are difficulties, even when things are, say, not going very well for them, they will always know that things will work out for them because eventually the universe has your back. If you have seen, I always use this statement, the universe has your back. And this beautiful book by Gabriel Bernstein, which exactly talks about this, is what I believe in all my heart. So, an expert is someone who has mastered the law of attraction or the laws of manifestation. They have made this their life, which means they are applying it, they are walking the talk, and they trust the universe. They don't get dissuaded when things go wrong. Finally, let's go to the living master. Now, the living master is someone who is living the life of their dreams. They are living in another dimension. They are, I won't use the word successful, but they are beyond successful because in all areas of life, which is whether it is their health is at their peak, physical, mental, emotional health, their relationships are amazing. They have people in their life only who are a contribution to them. And they might have very few people in their life, but those are the people who support, who love, and who admire them. And they do not face any toxicity from people. The next is wealth. They are not just earning money, but they are building wealth. They have more than one source of income. And even when they decide to take a month off on, as a vacation, where they decide to go for some exotic vacations, their business still keeps running, their money still keeps coming in their account. And finally, what I call as their purpose. They are living a purpose. They are not just having a career. Career is a very matrix, three-dimensional word where people are just slogging themselves out. What they are living today is a purpose. They wake up every day feeling excited about work. It doesn't matter whether it's a Sunday or a Monday or a Wednesday. They are excited that what can I do today, which through which I will live my purpose. And finally, happiness for them is internal and not dependent on external things. And even if they are, even if something, like I say, they're above the masters, so they'll be above the expert, where they have all the qualities of an expert, but also they are walking the talk, they are living their dream life. And trust me, there are only 1% people probably in in this world, not just in this universe, in this world who are living this. But these are the people who are absolutely walking, talking master. They walk their talk and they don't need to do anything. They are just being it. So these are the different levels of manifestation. Now, the next question which people ask me is, how do I know which level I am in? So after watching this video, you will probably identify yourself as you are in one of the levels. Probably you will feel that, I am the curious one, but I'm also a student and a seeker. Some of you will feel that I am a student and a seeker, and I'm also an expert in some parts, and in some of you will feel that I'm an expert, but also I'm a living master. Now, very few people will be in the not aware ones, because now, congratulations, after watching this video, you are aware of it. So you can start learning more on this. People who are aware but who do not believe, probably they will not watch this video. They will say that, oh, I don't like what that Dr. Ashwini Chube talks. It's rubbish what she talks. And probably they will not be watching this video. But if you are someone who is curious and who keeps dwindling between curious and aware but do not believe, the only reason you are between these two is because you don't have faith in the universe, and that faith you can bring back once you start being a student and seeker. So you have to elevate yourself to the level if you want to choose this and if you want to make your life better. Now, there are so many people who say that, at some days I'm a living master and some days I'm an expert, some days I'm a student and seeker. Is it okay to be that? And I would say that if you are still doubting, you are not probably a living master. So you could be doing, if you are a living master in some areas and expert in some areas, that could be a possibility. But then you will not doubt, right? Because in the topmost triangle, the top triangle and the trapezium below it, trapezium, right? Yeah, below it, you will not doubt the universe. So you, even if there are days when you will have a not so good day, but you will not doubt the universe. You will have your own curiosities, but you will be still in the student and seeker forum. So I feel many of the people who are right now teachers, coaches, masters, they are living master in some parts of their life, and they are otherwise still experts, and they are still being student and seeker. And I feel that it's amazing to be all three. I feel in my life there are days I'm just living master. There are days where most of the times I feel I'm in the expert stage, but I'm also a student and seeker because I am still learning from my teachers, because there is so much to learn. There is so much more to understand, right? And I think most of you, if you are the ones in the curious levels, if you believe that you want to learn more, take the leap of faith and go to the next level, which is the student and the seeker. If you are a student and a seeker, and if you continuously are living in that sphere, very soon you are going to reach the expert, and then you will be touching the living master. Like I say, I touch the living master state and I come back to the expert, and then I again be the student and seeker. I learn more and I again go to the expert stage. So also understand that mastery is possible for each and every one of us. It doesn't matter. Now you can't say things like, oh, Ashwin, you've been doing this for 15 years, so it's very easy for you to say, what if I've just started? Now, these years and time is just a earthly limit to your learning. There are chances someone began their journey in 2021 and they studied and worked on themselves so much that they are already living the life of an expert. It is because of the energy, the inner work they have done, and the energy they have carried throughout. So understand that at all levels of manifestation, no matter where you are, it is always possible for you to start becoming a living master. With the advent of social media, knowledge has started coming to us with ease, but at also there are also times where people are getting misguided in some areas of life. So how do you know that who is truly a master and someone who is just not a master but is just preaching? Because some people have not yet mastered the art but they are preaching. The only way to know someone who is genuinely an expert or a master is what kind of emotions do they give you when you watch their videos. Do you feel fearful when you watch someone's video? Do people instigate fear within you? If someone is instigating fear within you, they are probably not experts. They are still students and seekers on their own journey, because an expert or a living master will never put fear in your mind. When you see those prophecies where people talk about, oh, this year is going to be very difficult. I'm an expert astrologer and I will tell that this year is going to be this way. And now these people are unfortunately not the experts. It is just that they are living the life of fear, and an expert doesn't live the life of fear. The expert believes in that the universe is always supporting them. They also do not put fear in the mind of students. So I know a lot of coaches also do that. A student of mine, this happened about 4 or 5 years ago, just before the lockdown. A student of mine called me up one evening and she said that, Ashwini, I'm really very upset and I want to come and see you tomorrow. And I said, okay, what is it about? And she met me the next day. And at that time, someone had told her that someone has done some kind of black magic on her and her husband. And if she doesn't pay that person 75,000 for some new moon or full, she said a new moon, full moon ritual, um, they will get separated because she had seen in her tarot cards or her um, astrological chart that this is going to happen. Now, my client was really afraid and she was crying. She couldn't stop crying. And I first told her that understand that full moon is gone 10 days ago. Tomorrow, if she is doing a ritual, it's not a full moon ritual. What is coming up is new moon in the next 5 days. So, first and foremost, understand that this person is, you have to be careful. Secondly, if she's putting this fear in your mind, she's not someone who is empowering you. So she's definitely not an expert. Thirdly, understand that no one can predict a divorce or a separation or something bad which will happen. So don't give away your power with these people. And instead, I gave her tools which helped her to understand that these were just fearful prophecies and things were things were not really as bad. And this is what a lot of people do is they tell you that they can see the future and they control you. Now these are not the experts. These are unfortunately those people who have lost their way somewhere. And I feel these people need to understand that you cannot control when you control people. And when you say, I've met so many coaches in my life, but unfortunately I never chose them, and those kind of teachers never came in my way. But I know someone who even told me that if you don't do this, something very bad will happen to you. And what happened? Nothing bad happened to me, to be very honest, because these are the people who will take you back from the path. Someone had told me that if you don't do this, your business will go down and all of that. So these are the people who are using fear as a strategy to control you and take money from you. But having said that, not all astrologers are bad, not all tarot readers are bad. So use your discretion, use your judgment. Tarot reading, astrology, numerology are beautiful sciences, and if you use them in the perfect manner, they can just make your life so much better. So these are not experts, don't get confused. Instead, choose people who do not put fear in your mind. Lastly, having said all of that, wherever you are today, is it possible for you to manifest your dream life? Yes, because manifestation, when you go from the student seeker to the expert level, you understand some things like brainwaves, the science of how manifestation happens. There are some great authors who have written about this, including Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dr. Joe Dispenza's material on how manifestation works is amazing. I also believe that manifestation happens after you have released a lot of self doubt. You have released the negativity which you picked up in your life. Healing happens before manifestation. Many people say that I want to attend manifestation seminars, but they are not ready to do the inner work. So understand that you cannot reach the level of manifestation unless you choose to heal yourself. And healing is your inner job, your inner journey. So if you are someone who feels that you want to be the living master, choose to learn, choose to study, choose to heal through learning, choose to constantly work on yourself, surround yourself with people who are like minded, who are positive. Don't believe in naysayers. Start reading books of some great authors. Start watching videos which are meant to put you on the path of manifestation. And all I can say is you will find your way and you will get where you want to be in life truly when you have the faith in yourself and when you have the faith in the universe, because the universe is inside of you and your mind is always, 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 always working to make your life better. So I hope you enjoyed this video on levels of manifestation. I had so much fun sharing this magical video with all of you. And I would love to hear from you what you think about all this video. and I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear your experiences, especially if you are watching this on my YouTube channel. I would say that please drop your comments, and I would love to hear from you. And I will see you next week with yet another powerful video, yet another powerful life. Till then, sending you lots of love, light, magic, lots and lots of possibilities. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please do so that you can watch for more such videos. Have a lovely day and take care. Bye bye.